questions one-on-one or random selfie or whatever. And so without further ado, here is from the Math Theater Troupe, Ricky Coates.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am Nikola Tesla. I cannot find words to express how honored I feel at addressing the foremost thinkers of the present day. So many able scientists, engineers, and men and women of renown that I, once a humble Serbian boy in the Croatian countryside, should find himself asked to speak before such a crowd. It is a testament to human will. Today's lecture will be on electricity and human nature, and I warn you in advance, you may experience feelings of intrigue, discomfort, and fear. Ladies, please look after your gentleman should they faint. Mankind has always been vitally dependent on invention. Invention. It is the most important product of the creative brain. It is the complete mastery of mind over the material world, harnessing the forces of nature to fit human needs. This is the difficult task of the inventor, who is often misunderstood and unrewarded. But speaking for myself, I have found ample reward, exquisite enjoyment even, in the mere act of invention. I have devoted almost all my thoughts to the harnessing and experimentation of electric power, which I hope to share but a taste with you tonight. Here I have an oscillating transformer, commonly referred to as a Tesla coil. It increases the voltage to such a high degree that the air itself becomes a conductor. Watch. As I take in my hand a glass tube, partially filled with gas, no wires attached, and move it about. Throughout space, the invisible forces act. I can tell from your applause that this discovery, it fascinates you almost as much as me. You must be asking yourselves, how does it work? I must confess, today's lecture is more than a demonstration. I recently experienced an event which changed my view of the world. Indulge me while I pause my demonstration to impress upon you my story. My father, he was a professor and a clergyman, in other words, a great storyteller, so I hope to do him justice. Since boyhood, I've suffered from a peculiar affliction. Images, accompanied by strong flashes of light, mar my vision and interfere with my thought and action. They are things which I have really seen, as if my memories have come back to life. If you speak a word to me, the image of that word presents itself to my vision, and I'm sometimes unable to distinguish what is real. To give an example of my condition, suppose I had witnessed a funeral. Inevitably, in the stillness of the night, a vision of the scene thrusts itself before my eyes and persists, even though I push my hand through it. I'm theorizing here, but with further understanding of the brain, one could project on a screen the image of one's thoughts and make them visible. Such an advance would revolutionize human relations. But I digress. Alas, I cannot project on a screen my thoughts to tell you my story. Yet, I can, however, turn to the other profession almost as critical to mankind as the inventor. The artist. Oh, the artist. Men and women whose chief aim is the spread of knowledge. Men and women who look far above earthly things, whose banner is Excelsior. Gentlemen and women, let us honor the artist. Let us thank him. Let us drink to his health. Now imagine I am an actor, charged with showing you my memories. I may distort the story to suit the art form, but I will honor the facts. Let us set the scene. I have been working tirelessly on the wireless technology I displayed here. My primary goal was, and still is, to create a global system. One that will transmit power to the skies and to the depths of the earth and everywhere in between, and not only power, transmissions of information too. To this end, it had been, let us say, a year since I had last slept. Did I mention my work ethic? Have the generators come yet? CTO? CTO! Where could he be? 3 a.m. The man expects to be my assistant and he spends so much of his productive time asleep. His admiration and help are appreciated, but I wish he would actually learn something. To the task at hand. The universe is a great machine. The human being is no exception to the natural order. Man, like the universe, is a machine. Nothing enters our minds or determines our actions which is not directly or indirectly a response to stimuli beating upon our sense organs from without. Once a man is aware of his machine status, he can organize and maintain himself for optimal performance. Sleep is an enormous waste of effort. How many times have I tried to teach CTO meditational practice to curb his sleeping? Socializing too, for that matter. The inventor only needs other people insofar as to fund his work. The mind is sharper and keener in seclusion and uninterrupted solitude. Be alone. That is the secret of invention. Be alone. That is where ideas are born. Nico! Who's there? Oh, Nicola, Nicola, let us avoid our hallucinations tonight, shall we? Perhaps it is good luck CTO no cannot maintain his machine. His assistance may be why I have yet to unlock this infernal world wireless system. Too much interference, too much human contact, too much. You've arrived, Nico, my pride. Mother. I must have seen some woman in the crowd. My mind cataloged the similarities and is now unpacking at this late hour. Peace, mind. We are so near a solution. Just let me finish my experiment. I cannot work with all this interference. I wish it would all go away. Leave me. Close your eyes, Nico. You can barely see. One more minute, Mother. Sleep. Da-shi-da, shi-da-na-na. Isfaleni marama. Omara nishana. Where am I? Laboratory. Yes, I am in a laboratory. My laboratory. 3335 South 5th Avenue, 4th floor, New York. This is where I work. I experiment here. How do I know this? I cannot picture anything in my mind. You are a Tesla coil. You have a primary and secondary coil with separate capacitors. A spark gap connects the two, thereby generating electricity. But why did I make you? This board. Where did this board come from? What compelled me to start design on this? Who are the people in these letters? Why can't I remember? No, I am Nikola Tesla. The year is 1892. I am an inventor. I was born in... Say your equations, Nikola. Ohm's law states that the current between a conductor of 2 points is directly proportional to the voltage between 2 points. Yes! Pythagorean theorem! For every right triangle, the square of the hypotenuse is equal to the sum of the square of the other two sides. Good! Plato! We can forgive a child for being afraid of the dark. The real tragedy is when men are afraid of the light. Yes! 2 Chronicles chapter 26, verse 15. In Jerusalem, he built machines invented by skillful men to be the tops of towers and corners, to shoot arrows and throw great stones. His fame spread far, for he was marvelously helped till he was strong. Yes! You would have made a great clergyman, like your father. But no, you had to idealize me and my inventions. Who are you? Your mother, silly. My mother. Juka Tesla. Where did you come from? From the kitchen! Well, I'm going back before your father, he gets home. But mother, stay with me. I need you to... It was a memory. A memory was here with me. I need more. Please, give me more. All is not lost. There are still memories in here. Oh, blessed day. Think, Nikola. It must have been born of my equations, but I need something more powerful to keep the memory alive. To the task at hand. Man, like the universe, is a machine. Nothing enters our minds or determines our actions which is not directly or indirectly a response to stimuli beating upon our sense organs from without. Yes, I am a machine. If I am a machine, I will start there with a machine. You, Tesla coil, how do you function? At base, you need electric current. Presently, there are two ways of generating and using electricity. There is direct current and alternating current. Let us start with direct current. As I rotate the two connected coils or conductor between the magnets, it creates an electric current. The coil moving toward the north magnet creates a current in this direction, while the opposite coil creates the other. As I rotate the coils, the current alternates back and forth. So these brushes connected to this commutator ensure that the red wire always takes electricity toward the light bulb, while the black wire always takes electricity away. Therefore, electricity moves in one direction, or direct current. As I rotate the conductor faster and faster, the voltage or pressure increases, and the light bulb shines. If we wish to take direct current and convert it into a moving motor, we simply reverse the process, so that the brushes magnetize the commutator, allowing the motor to move inside the magnet. But these brushes, they are incredibly inefficient. You have something to say, Mr. Tesla? I did it! A memory! Oh, but forgive me, I was thinking aloud, Mr. Edison. Thomas Edison, your boss? Now, you were yapping something about my dynamo. Well, I merely stated that the brushes not only give off dangerous sparks, but they wear down. It would be a much more safe and efficient machine if one were to apply an alternating current. An alternating current, he says. I'm sure you think you're a smart guy, Mr. Tesla, but an alternating current motor is a fantasy. It would be like making gravity push and pull, or making a river flow in both directions. What you're selling is a perpetual motion scheme, an impossible idea. But I did it. I invented it. How? I don't remember. Right. Let's get two things straight, Serbian. One, the United States wants one current, direct current. My direct current. Two, you've got a problem with my dynamos? Why don't you go fix them? If you can make all the hundreds of them more efficient for direct current to put directly into people's homes, now that would be worth something to me. Maybe even 50 grand. But Mr. Edison, sir, your current is hardly safe or powerful enough for popular use. Mr. Edison? Keep it, Nicola. I pored over the alternating current problem for years. From city to city, job to job, I know I created an alternating current motor. In fact, here it is. Let this brass egg represent the motor we wish to move. In an alternating current, electricity changes back and forth across a wire rapidly, about 60 times a second. The direction matters little to a light bulb, but makes it very difficult to rotate a motor. So, the joint action of two or more alternating currents creates magnetic fluxes. As the currents alternate back and forth, so do the magnetic fields, allowing the motor to spin inside, all by itself. No brushes. Little egg, do you seek equilibrium? Clarity? What is that sound? Quiet! Quiet! I said quiet! Glow retreats. Done is the day of toil. It yonder hastens new fields of life exploring. Oh, that no wing can lift me from the soil upon its track to follow, soaring. Glorious dream. Though now the glories fade. Alas, the wings that lift the mind, no aid of wings to lift the body can bequeath me. That's it! The solution to the alternating current. See my motor here. Watch me reverse it. Pygmalion, at seeing his statue come to life, could not have been more elated than I was at that moment. Having survived a period in my life where every sound, every heartbeat, every footstep physically pained me. No, I have never been a tap dancer. That was merely a theatrical metaphor for the vigorous exercise I employed to overcome my sensory overload. Still, it was a decent dance, no? I like how it ended with my sunset, the one that finally opened the doors of my mind and allowed me to see my motor spinning fully formed before my eyes. I would not have given that moment up for all the gold in the world. But pardon my interruption.